going on, good people? Today we talking about analog versus digital. With me, I have a relationship with both. When I want to make a hip hop record and I want to make some shit that I know gonna hit hard, I'm going straight to my record stash, and I'm loading something up in that MP, and I'm playing the instruments with that phantom and that triton. I know for a fact that brass and that phantom is gonna hit you over the head, and I know them string sounds and that triton and that phantom together is gonna be nasty. So it's like that shit like second nature. It's like a basketball player going to his favorite crossover, because I know what it sounds at, I know what I'm looking for, you know what I'm saying? And then like 2 years ago when I got into the Moog space, like, you know, fucking around making basses and leads with the grandmother, that started being my other, you know, little overdub go-to, or what have you. And then like I got a couple pieces of rack gear, you know, like synths or what have you. You do little cool stuff with that. But I'll say this, when I'm like writing R&B songs and like ballads and cooler stuff like that, I love Logic for that type of stuff. Like actually writing R&B records, like the pianos and Logic are very clean and pristine. The pads are cool. And then I just like the way Logic just lets me load my instruments and the range window. Like, I'm real big on that. And then sometimes, because they give me a couple of videos, you know, sometimes I just use the MP and Logic or whatever. Like sometimes when I want to balance them out, and then if I'm on the computer and I know I got to make some hard hip hop shit, I'm going straight to Reason. Reason is like my bridge when like I can't, you know, touch all his phantoms and shit like that, or the MP. Like Reason to me is set up just like all this shit to me in my mind or whatever. You got your mixing console, you got all your rack modules, you got your drum machine, you know what I'm saying, and you can just go. You know what I'm saying? So that is one. If I had to choose one, I say give me analog, because analog is what I started with. So it was no piano rolls and nothing like that. Like you gotta play that shit right. You gotta play it right, you gotta play it tight. If not, you gotta keep playing it till you get it right. You know what I'm saying? So I would say I love analog. But I would say this now. This is my last thought. What Serato Studio has done with that stem feature, like being able to take a track and having to split the vocals, the music, the bass, and the drums. Oh man, I'm doing some crazy shit. Like I'm taking, you know, a drum beat from a Marvin Gaye record, you know, like four bars. Then I'm stacking it, you know, with other drums, and then I'm playing chords. You know what I'm saying? To give me that live feel, you know, that I want or what have you. And then like, man, you able to get away with some sampling shit that, you know, motherfuckers ain't gonna know where you got shit from. Especially if you putting it in there, you stripping it and you chopping it. That right there is crazy. And I say this, when you working in Serato Stems or whatever, it keeps you inspired. It keeps you really inspired. And then with Serato Stems, I'm able to open up Reason and bring Reason inside. So I'm able to use, like, one of my favorite things in Reason is the subtractor. Like, I love the basses and the mono leads and subtractor. So I'm able to bring that in and give it that punch. You know what I'm saying? So I like using those. Together. But I'll say this too, man. Being familiar with analog and digital, that's one of the greatest things ever, man, because you're able to always be inspired. When I get tired of these drum machines and fucking around with these MIDI clocks and this board and all that, I could just open up my computer and just play and go to that, and I'm able to move quicker and I'm able to be inspired. Then I get tired of that. Then I go back to the analog. So just having the knowledge for how to do both, man, that shit is gonna propel you, because you're able to have a jump shot, have a crossover, have a fadeaway. Like, you're making yourself more than a one-trick pony or what have you. So when it comes to analog versus digital, I'm gonna ride with analog, but I just love knowing both, you know. But hey, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know you guys want more of this content, please just let me know what you guys want more of, and we gonna set it all up. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, I'm gonna holler at y'all.